first down. Rushing. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Lance to throw on second down here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. Up the middle they go. Rushing. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 40.
Shot, 17.
Back to throw. Bradley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. To throw on second down. Bradley under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On first down, Bradley under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
97. Hut, go. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Bradley. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are back within a score. First. Touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. It was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
Well, the big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC.
Jake Elliott is set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snub, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this to the 32.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, McMillan. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw. Bradley. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Rushing. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Evans will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. from the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now?
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now for the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Come on, set. Come on, 38. Let's go, charge. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Bradley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
On the set.
3 yards remain for second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Ready?
Back to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, Evans looking for space. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lance to throw it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Rushing. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Lance. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, Lance. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. Bradley. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have work to do in the 2nd half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl. And my goodness, another interception. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
The Lance going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The kicker on.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
40, Bears 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles.
And now here is another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
17-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Rushing. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, but we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
2nd and 8 coming up.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And Owen coughed it up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Operating from the gun. Bradley hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
On fourth down, Bradley. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Waddle, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
52.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On the ball.
They'll run on first down. Rushing. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Bradley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bears!
Chigacancro.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first down, rushing, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the 49ers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after here coming up. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Bradley. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Ready?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Up the middle they go. Rushing. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
110 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Shot, 17.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep into playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. On 2nd down now, McMillan. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Off the play fake. Bradley. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chigakakro, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are able to at least get one score back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 2nd down, rushing. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. And they'll accept that penalty. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Bradley. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.